What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And man, oh man, do I have an unboxing overview video for you today. That's right. If you know this logo, you know there's something special going on right here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be checking out a model from Winterbladeco. If you know Brian Winters, he is the wizard of the knife and EDC world. He plays with magnets. He makes revolutionary locking systems. He's experimenting with new prototypes and new locking systems that are just mind-blowing. And today we're going to be checking out a new model that's going to be dropping here very soon, February 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at winterbladeco.com. I have all the details down below in the description so you guys can check those out. Pin comment and description will have all the links to every product you'll see in this video. I'm going to be doing the honors here with the Nextool K30. This one has been in the pocket here for some time, mainly because it has an actual knife blade. It has a crossbar lock system. You can open it here very smoothly, and obviously a whole collection of tools as well. Pocket clip. I mean, this one's been very nice to EDC and carry. But let's go ahead and get in here and see what this one's all about. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Oh man, come on now. We got a certificate of authenticity with the sticker. A nice little Ziploc baggie here. Take a look at that. We got a sticker, and then we got the X-Folder. Oh man. This one has a MagnaCut blade with titanium handles, part of the first batch, batch 1, and it's got the Brian Winters initials right there. This one's going to be very interesting because there's a whole tutorial video you can watch to kind of understand how it works. It's not your typical liner lock. It's not going to be your good old crossbar lock or something you're used to. This is an entirely new recipe, a new sauce right here. So we got the Winterblade embroidered on the zipper pouch right here, and holy smokes, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got the knife, we got a wiping cloth, we have another spare screw here, very nice little TA screw there, nice attention to detail, and here is the X-Folder in the flesh, or in the steel, shall we say. First impressions is actually pretty lightweight. I was expecting it to be a little bit heavier, but this is actually pretty lightweight. I do like that a lot. And you know me, right? Obviously there are instructions out there, but you guys like me kind of going through it and seeing if we can figure it out together. If you get this, you know, in the box, you want to right away know how it works. You can check out that tutorial video and see how that works. But I'm loving the outside titanium here, very nice. I want to say the OEM is Bestech. I do like this part right here. This kind of reminds me quite a bit of my Severn. We'll look at that later in the video and do some comparisons and whatnot, but definitely has very Brian Winters sort of theme and DNA throughout, which I like a lot. This gray and black combo really speaks to me a lot. And there are other versions available too. There's titanium. The weight on this one is around 4.1 ounces. The aluminum versions are going to be around 3.6 ounces. Let's just try to get in here and see how the X-Lock, so it's called the X-Folder, and it has the name for the lock is called the X-Lock. So I'm going to, okay, do like that sound. all right, let's see if we pull back here. Oh, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are working with magnets, and that is why it actually feels so interesting the way that it works. Okay, Brian says give it 10 minutes and you'll get the hang of it right away. I do like going through the process of checking it out and seeing how it works. So that is how we open the blade. So we have this portion right here, this handle. It is meant to resemble very similar to a balisong-like kind of lock. Again, the folder-like action. So it's got this inner liner right here, and this is going to have some additional perks. We'll talk about those later in a second. So the liners themselves come out. You can actually see the titanium shell itself, right? This is a titanium shell. We got two big magnets right there. Those are part of what makes the action so good. Let me just zoom out a bit. Even these liners are nice and milled out. Yeah, I'm actually getting some pull here, right? So these are going to be steel of some sort. And then, all right, that is a very interesting action there, to say the least. So once it is locked, I mean, that's basically rock solid. I'm able to get a full grip here. And forward choke option right here feels really good. Let's talk about the blade for a minute. We'll come back to the lock because there's quite a bit to unpack here. But we have a clip point blade with a full flat grind. Got a nice DLC coating on it, and we did say this one is MagnaCut. So MagnaCut is everyone's favorite steel these days, and gotta love it. And the DLC coating just gonna make it even more like resistant, protective against scratches and things like that. So, I mean, this is basically a forever knife right here. It's really what it is. You could have this knife for the rest of your life, handed down to your kids and your kids' kids and your grandkids' kids. That's just kind of the sauce here with everything that Brian threw at it, pretty much. I want to try to close. Right? So if I try to close, there's like a thumb stud on this side. Right? So I want to say I pull back on this. This moves the liner out. and then I can close the blade and then let go of the whole thing. Wow. Okay, listen, I don't think we're even 10 minutes in. And again, if you watch the video, you'll be able to get this in no time. But even with a little bit of intuition, right, I like kind of figuring things out. It's kind of like a puzzle. All you're really doing is pulling back on this thumb stud. You're pulling back on it. And if you do a little flick of the wrist, yeah, if you do a little flick of the wrist right there, check that out. Oh, man. That opens the knife, and then you can close it and then let go. The magnets are going to pull the liner down. And then there's the acoustics part. Like, this is just music to my ears. Like, you got to listen to the sound for a second. I'm just going to shut up and let you guys listen to it. Wow. There's so much going on here. I am blown away. I mean, this is my kind of knife here all day. We see so many run-of-the-mill style knives constantly left and right. And from time to time, you know, there's some special sauce, like something like this that comes around. This is what makes it all worth it. Like something new, something innovative, something that just blows everything else out of the water. That's exactly what, what I love the most about this hobby. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I'm over here like with a smile from ear to ear with how cool this lock system is. And not only the fact that it has magnets, right? My experience with the Severn, that one was not a magnet style folder. But this one, I mean, wow. Wow. Brian, it didn't take me 10 minutes. In case you're watching this video, Brian, it took me, what, maybe 3 minutes or so, or 5 minutes. And that was actually talking through a YouTube video. And, oh, man, this is not going to get old here, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you that right now. So let's kind of walk through it again. So if I do it in slow motion, a little flick of the wrist works, right? Helps. But you're basically using the thumb stud here and your thumb to pull back on this tab, right? So you do this. If you do enough flick of the wrist, it should also launch the blade all the way to the open position. So that way when you drop, you know, you remove your thumb, it actually locks in place. This has like a stop pin here, and that stop pin actually falls right there. There's a little cutout on the blade, right? So if you do it wrong, like, it won't open, right? If you let go of the liner too soon, the blade won't be able to click in place. So you can just close it again. So I think I found the best way to describe it, guys. That magnet, the way it's pulling on the liners, that's going to be your detent, right? That's going to be your detent. So when you pull back on this thumb stud here, it should, right? You want to make sure you're not blocking the blade or the liner, because the liner has to come out in order for it to launch the blade. So that is going to be your detent. Even though you don't have a detent ball, the magnets are sort of your detent. The blade is not in position, so when you let go, right, it just now locks everything in place. And then you pull back again, drop the blade, and drop the whole thing. You can do it in one action, like that. Oh man, the clickety clacky, that's not gonna get old. If you're like me, that's... Now here's something I'm wondering here. So it does have an opening hole in a way. I'm not sure if it's for looks, because again, it won't necessarily launch unless you actually pull back on this tab. This is what's going to hold the blade in place, and again, it's all part of the liners. So then that has to fall there, and then this has to drop, and now you have a nice locked up blade there. I was thinking, you know, maybe you can Spidey flick it, but that's not going to work, in case you were wondering. Right, there you go. That answered the question. But yeah, let's try to move forward here. I mean, we're recording a YouTube video, Miguel. Let's not get carried away with how cool this knife is, because come on, man, I could be doing this all day. Like this could be the rest of the video, just me, you know, having a good time with the knife. If you get carried away this much with the knife, that's a good sign. As a knife lover, as a knife enthusiast, checking something as cool as this is and just getting carried away with it, that is a nice wait a second. That's a good sign, right? Now, wrapping up that thought, we got this bit right here. Okay, so what does this do? It's kind of like a little hook. I want to say this might be the portion where Brian was telling me that it can become very similar to a fixed blade. So how can we even add more additional lockout points? Well, for starters, right, we have this lock right here that's holding the blade in place. But if we wanted to even lock it up some more, you'll notice there's a pin right here. And then with this hook, which has jimping, we can actually slide it out like this. Very nice and intuitive to do, because it has like gear jimping on it. And then we can move this guy back, and then it should clip in place. We got a 5x zoom for this. All right, check it out. All right, bam, it just clicked in place. And what's gonna happen now is the liner is not gonna move anywhere because that little clip right there is holding it in place. And if that liner is not moving, that means the blade is not closing anytime soon. So, you know, the definition of a fixed blade, you know, full tank construction, yada, yada, yada. Can a folder ever become a fixed blade? Physically, no, but you can make it as close to a fixed blade as possible by adding as many lockup points as you possibly can. So now we have one lockup point right here, and then this is holding the liner in place. So that's also not going anywhere. So unless we do like a Andrew Demko style, you know, dropping a whole bunch of weight on it to see how much weight it can hold, that's a pretty solid, as close to a fixed blade as you're going to get on a folding knife with, again, a multiple lockup positions. That makes it really good if you want that additional peace of mind. If you're going to do if you're about to do some really hardcore work and you want to have the peace of mind that this thing is not going to, for whatever reason, not that it would by default, but you just want to have that extra, right, layer of security, right? That lock back there is absolutely going to do it. Now to take it off, it actually comes off pretty easily. So clip in place, and then you would just use a little jimping here on the gear to take it out like that. So even that will start out and also a good experience. So just kind of doing it a couple of times back to back. Just kind of get a feel for it, right? It feels pretty good and satisfying to lock it up and also unlock. And I like the fact that it kind of tucks in very stealthily in between the handles very nicely. I mean, this knife just keeps on impressing me more and more. I want to show you guys what it looks like next to the Severn. And then I want to give you some measurements for the X-Folder. The Severn was my very first folding knife from Winterbladeco. I picked this one up. It's been one of my top 5 favorite folders ever. Like, I love this knife. I don't ever see me getting rid of the Severn whatsoever. That one has a permanent spot in my collection, I tell you, and that's not going anywhere. And that's just kind of how it goes with Winterbladeco knives. If you look at the Winterbladeco Factor, like those are selling on the aftermarket for way more money than what they sold for. Winterbladeco does limited runs all the time, and you definitely don't want to miss out on those because, again, they're very limited, and you definitely don't want to pick it up on the aftermarket if you really want it later on for a higher price. Just gonna throw some other knives on here to give you a ballpark idea. These stats are for the X-Folder. We have an overall blade length of 3 inches on the dot. Check your local loss. The cutting path is gonna be 2.75. The handle length is going to be 4.25 inches. And you're gonna have an overall length of 7.25. So there's a PM2, there's a Para 3. Very similar to the Para 3, maybe a tad bit shorter, as you can see. And that handle thickness, by the way, is going to be 0.55 of an inch. The average in the channel being around 0.5, so just a little bit thicker, but that's no problem. Again, you have a whole moving liner situation going on there with that one. It does have a patent pending. After all, Brian Winters is the wizard of knives, like we said at the beginning. That's the Demko AD 20.5. This is the Kunwu Chad. This is my kind of knife here all day. Monochromatic, black grays, all this kind of sauce. You know me. This is kind of the stuff that I really, really like and enjoy EDCing. We talked about the hidden latch right here on the handle, which turns the X-Folder into quote-unquote fixed blade, or as close to a fixed blade as you can with a folding knife. According to the paperwork, it is fully ambidextrous. How's that possible? You can remove the thumb stud and put it on the other side, so that way you can, you know, actuate it here with your thumb on your left hand. So that's fully swappable. And then guess what? The pocket clip is also swappable to the left hand side, so you could move the pocket clip to the left hand side as well as the thumb stud to the opposite side. So he thought about that as well. I mean, needless to say, the action is going to be very fidget friendly. As you saw, I kind of, you know, got carried away there quite a bit. And yeah, once you get the hang of it, man, it is music to the ears, I'll tell you what. I do like that we have a very, very slicey blade, and it says on the paperwork 0.015 thickness behind the edge. We are going to be doing our scientific cutting test in just a moment. But here's the part, here's some features, right? And I got this whole paperwork here from Brian. He did a really good job with the presentation. But yeah, here's some very specific features of the X-Lock that I want to go over with you guys. It says here, no potential for lock stick. You know how some knives, you know, they can develop lock stick, like a frame lock or a liner lock over time. You know, they could have a little bit of lock stick or what have you. Well, Brian says here, no potential for lock stick with this one. We also have no potential for vertical blade play. So you know how some knives, you know, if you fidget with them too much, they might have a little bit of vertical blade play, some side-to-side movement of some sort. Well, not the case here, and I got to show you a 5x zoom of what that pivot looks like. That looks pretty robust in there. Obviously, we have some ball bearings going on, and so you're not going to have any movement side to side or anything like that down the road. It says no potential for lock spring fatigue or breakage. So you're not dealing with Omega springs. Omega springs are not going to break at any point or anything like that. No potential for lock failure or even a moderate grip on the handle. You're dealing with a very solid lock that is not going to fail. That should give you all the peace of mind you want. And the fact that you can work with the hidden latch, like we said earlier, and make it into a fixed blade. I mean, come on, what more peace of mind do you want? Now, these features on the X-Lock are amazing. Again, patent pending on this. I do like that he went, very inspired by a balisong. We've seen many knives that are inspired by balisongs, but are folders. I'm thinking of the Concept Hazard right now. That's a whole different interpretation of what a folding balisong inspired knife looks like with the body lock. But yeah, but this one's something completely different. I'm here for it. And man, oh man, this thing feels so good. Now, does it work like a knife? Well, we're about to find out here. Again, DLC Magna Cut steel. I do like how tastefully done that is. MAG for Magna Cut. Very nice and tastefully done there. You don't see that when you open the blade because that's tucked in. But yeah, very slicey with DLC. Come on now, sign me up. 5x zoom. I mean, the swirls basically speak for themselves. So very slicey blade to say the least. Here we go. Oh man, come on. That is beautiful, right? Very good, clean cuts. I mean, cutting paper isn't going to prove much, but you get the idea. Cardboard, single wall, cutting diagonally for better performance. Wow, that was a piece of cake. Not even stressing at all. It is a very, very slicey geometry to say the least. So not only is the thickest portion very slim, but also very thin behind the edge. That obviously helps it a ton. And yeah, we're not even sweating it right here. This is a breeze. So you guys rate that factory edge in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. 10 being the sharpest. You all let me know. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. This is the new X-Lock and X-Folder from Winterbladeco. I mean, I'm gonna be off to annoy my wife here with this clickety clackety after this video because this thing is probably gonna be in the pocket for the next couple months. I'll tell you that. It is dropping again February 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively at winterbladeco.com. Again, all the links are below if you guys want to check it out. I'll also put a video here to the left if you guys want to check out the Severn unboxing and overview here in the channel as well. Let me know your thoughts about the X-Folder, guys. What do you all like about it? What do you love about it? Anything else you dislike about it? All feedback is welcome. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Brian himself is probably going to be down in the comment section as well. So any questions you may have about the lock, feel free to ask away. Needless to say, there are going to be different steel and handle options available, like aluminum and such, at different price points. So definitely check them out, see which one speaks to you the most, which one is more your style, if you're trying to save a little bit of money or you're trying to get that premium, highest tier one. Again, all those options will be at winterbladeco.com. Shout out to Brian for the opportunity to check this one out and share it with you guys. And if you haven't already, guys, there's a 50,000 subscriber giveaway going on right now. It's going to be going all the way through the end of February. So go ahead and make sure you check out that video here to the right as well, so you don't miss out on that. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.